EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, it's another beautiful day and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mawari. Today on the program, we shall be taking a look at the Nigerian economy from the viewpoint of industry operators. Also on the lineup is Let's Talk, and our focus is on Resource Intermediaries Limited, Trans Alliance Group, and Ojire Prime Financial Services Limited. On Spot On, we shall bring you an embodiment of intelligence, astute entrepreneur, real estate development expert, and notable industry captain, Dikin Babajide John Durojaye, who is the founder, group managing director, and chief executive officer of the Le Grande Property Development Company Limited, one of the frontline diversified group of companies in Africa and one of the most distinguished CEOs in Nigeria for 2024. And on the face-to-face is a quintessential gentleman, certified energy engineer, philanthropist, vision-driven, entrepreneurial expert, and renowned industry captain, Dr. Raymond Sheyi Akintayo, who is the founder, group managing director, and chief executive officer of the Kabota Group Limited, a fast-growing, multifaceted conglomerate in Africa, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs in Nigeria for 2024. It's a package you'll love to watch. Sit back as we bring you the details. Adedoyin Ademiluyi Oyetoyon is the managing director and chief executive officer of Egole Pay Limited, one of the fastest growing smart payment solutions providers in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
Egole Pay Limited comes from the word Egoli, which is Igbo, meaning how much. And then the pay is also, it's Egole Pay, meaning how much pay. And I would say that it comes from way back lockdown period. The lockdown period when we were locked down and there was issues with making payments. Customers could not pay because, you know, they have to do that through transfer. And, you know, Egole Pay is a subsidiary of a group called Cordbill Business Solutions PLC. That's Cordbill Group. And I had our group MD call and say, you know what, I think this is the time for us to leverage into the fintech space and enter the fintech market, because we saw the challenges in the things we were doing. We saw how difficult it was for us to make collections, do collections for the government at that period. We had a lot of people that wanted to renew their vehicle license, and because they used to pay cash then, it was difficult. And we didn't have a right channel for collection. So we couldn't tell people, be paying into Cordbill account, be paying into this person account, when we didn't have the approval for that. So that actually stemmed and brought that for us, that, you know what, this is an opportunity for us. This is an untapped area for us that we need to step into. And then we contacted the CBN to get our license, and we are fully licensed today as a payment company in Nigeria. Our vision is to provide simple, secured, and affordable payments across borders. When I'm saying across borders, I'm saying beyond Nigeria. We understand that there's a payment issue right now. No matter how we try to paint it and make it look good, we know that a lot of big fintech companies are already, in Nigeria playing their part. But we still see opportunities even in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So our goal is to ensure that we provide simple, secured, and affordable payment solutions for businesses and individuals in and outside Nigeria. And in doing so, we're looking at improving business operations and collections for Nigeria, people and companies across at large. Like I said, we got our license. We're just 1 year fully licensed in Nigeria. We got our license last year, January 12th, from CBN, and we are in the process of renewing our license right now. And in the 1 year, I won't say we have gone so far. I mean, if you look at Nigeria, Nigeria is a large market. Africa is a large market. So we're here, we're starting, and we have a 5-year agenda, a 10-year agenda where Egole Pay is going to. So, I mean, it's just getting started. We are a company to watch out for. That's what I would say. So Egole Pay is a one-stop shop for payment collection, for payment making, as in for pushing payments, and for collection, and for paying bills across different channels. We leverage on multi-channel and multi-vendor collection for customer and merchant acquisition.
Transalliance Group is a young conglomerate which is focused on various industries in the Nigerian economy. We are focused on financial services, we are focused on mineral mining and exports. We're also focused on travel and hospitality, as well as payment solutions. We have found out that the Nigerian economy is a space where there's so many opportunities, and that has given rise to each of these entities that we've created in the economy. That's basically what Transalliance does. One thing we know we pride ourselves is in innovation and adding value to our customers. My role, I would say specifically, is that I'm tasked to do two very sensitive tasks. So the first one is the treasury aspect of it. Now, the treasury aspect involves liquidity management. It involves economic and financial analysis. These are two things that you use to grow your company. Now, you know that every company requires liquidity to run. And as a young conglomerate, while we have our own capital to burn, we also require investors' funds to expand our business. So Treasury starts with that part of liquidity management, and also running the company in such a way that there's always economic information and financial analysis which you give to your staff to pass on to your customers. That is a major task for the Treasury. Now, on the operations aspect, now this is even more critical. You know, no matter how good a company is, if your processes and procedures are not properly adhered to, it tends to spoil everything you've worked for. So as the executive director in charge of operations for the entire group, I'm tasked with getting the procedures and the processes right for each of those sectors. The travel and hospitality sector, subsector, runs different processes from mining and exports.
Transalliance, welcome to our world. We are a diversified multidisciplinary group of companies delivering world-class bespoke quality solutions with a view to bringing together expertise from various business sectors to better harness the power and potential of the various sectors through problem-solving techniques, synergy, and a clear-cut strategy. Transalliance Group, call us. Idoka Idoko is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Ojire Prime Financial Services Limited.
Talk about transfers, competitors have it. Talk about technology, they all have it. It's difficult to replicate that experience. We offer savings account, we offer credit, we offer bill payment, we offer transfers to other banks. We offer dedicated account number that can be created from just a mobile phone. It takes pretty much less than 3 minutes to set up an account with us, right? We offer savings account, we offer credit, we offer bill payment, and we offer savings. We have this very interesting, innovative approach to savings called Boxes, available on the app, and you can download and look it up. Well, just like every other market globally, we have our own challenges, but I don't think we're doing bad, right? And arguably, right, I dare say that we, across every other sector in Nigeria, the financial sector is most regulated and most structured, right? And I don't think we're doing bad. We might have our challenge like every other country in the world, but honestly, I don't think we're doing bad. If you ask me to speak about fraud, I'll tell you that fraud doesn't start from security. It's not a security issue. It's an identity issue. And I would explain it to you. Let's take Nigeria as in context. It's not robots that carry frauds, it's humans. That's why I say it's an identity issue. Nigeria is a country with over 200 million persons, that an estimate of about 120 million are classified as adults, right? You, as an adult, is expected that you should have a bank account. And one of the major criteria of having a bank account in a country like Nigeria is your BVN. But without your NIN, you can't get a BVN. You get?
Ojere Prime app just got better. Guess what? There is more money to go around because why not? You can now earn up to 22% interest when you save with our boxes, and there is a box for everyone. Payments for your TV, data, electricity bills can now be done seamlessly from the Ojere Prime application at no extra cost. Customer experience is more personalized. An account manager is assigned to you and you're just a dial away from them. Better security measures have also been put in place to ensure the safety of your money and personal information. Tired of fighting with your bank on payday? We have something for you. We have a customizable template on the app you can share with your HR to make Ojere Prime your salary account. What are you waiting for? Update your app today to start enjoying the specs, or download the Ojere Prime application on App Store or Play Store if you're yet.
Olusoji Oyawoye, a certified outsourcing personnel, highly experienced people management expert, purpose-driven social entrepreneur, and industry captain, is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Resource Intermediaries Limited, a world-class ISO-certified outsourcing solutions provider in Africa, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs in Nigeria for 2024.
Painfully not so good. And that is because as we speak, there's no regulation for outsourcing practice. Outsourcing outside Nigeria is a regulated industry. It's like saying you can't practice as an accountant or a doctor without some certification and going through some authorization. In Nigeria, it's not like that. Anybody just carries a briefcase and they say they're outsourced. For example, I'm certified by the United States International Association of Outsourcing Professionals because I needed to understand how it's done properly after we started this business so that we can distinguish ourselves. So the major challenge is a lot out there who bear the name outsource provider are just doing contract stuff. The staff that they deploy to clients basically have no benefits, no rights. And we also have tried now through the Association of Outsourcing Professionals for about 12 years now to try and put ourselves together. That even if there's no government regulation, can we regulate ourselves and gradually, like the accountants did, because at one time accounting also wasn't regulated. They got themselves together and eventually became so serious that they then got legislation. We have a bill in the House of Assembly from when Obasanjo was president. That bill is still there today. Because as you know, it needs a lot of lobbying, but we're not united to raise the kind of money to lobby. So that bill is still there. So that's a major frustration. So for example, if a client engages us and wants us to provide staff below minimum wage, we don't take it. We don't take such jobs in RIL. But some other company goes to take it. And because there's no regulation, so you have a lot of those kind of issues. There's no staff. We also manage their HMO, should they fall sick, their pension and all of that, we remit promptly. Some don't do any of those things. So those are some of the frustrations in the industry. So the growth has been slow, but in that slow growth, we also have seen as opportunities Because when you stand out, the credible organizations look for those who maintain those kind of credibility. For example, the least staff we manage are way above the minimum salary.
Resource Intermediaries Ghana Limited. We are international, with our sister company located in Nigeria, a corporate member of the International Association of Outsourcing Professionals. Our key services are outsourcing, recruitment and training. People management is at the heart of all we do. Easing business burdens is why we do it. Hence, the conceptual reason of our existence. We are adequately capitalized and have access to funds for all our valued transactions. Our office in Osu also provides very good ambience for our clients and staff to interact, while our brand pillars of flexibility, resourcefulness, and knowledge clearly demonstrates our commitment to easing business burdens. We are engaged with different clientele all over the country, currently providing services to the various companies: Amadeus, Caniem, JK, West African Investment Trade Hub, Azar Africa, Accra Kidney, Fine Park Exhaust, Pan African Savings and Loans, Decent Park, JQ Packaging, Schneider Electric, Smoke and Barrel, Thermacraft Brewery, New Star Poly Products Limited, and many more.
Deacon Babajide John Durojaye, an embodiment of intelligence, astute entrepreneur, philanthropist, real estate management expert, and industry captain, is the founder, group managing director, and chief executive officer of Le Grande Properties Development Company Limited, one of the frontline diversified real estate group of companies in Africa.
We have a payment plan that you're only going to pay 30%. Then the second one is called rent to own. And that is what many people are not keen into. Many people don't understand. And I will appreciate if you can really spread this for people to understand what government planned also for them. The era of carrying so much of money to go and buy houses is gone. Once you are an adult, you can own a house. Why are you owning a house? It's for you to also have value from what you are paying. Most of us are used to paying landlord rent, next year another rent, next year another rent, and those money will just go like that. What rent to own is giving you is that once you are paying, you are the owner of your house. So you are paying the rent for that your house. So if the house is 20 million, so you are paying that rent to be able to pay down that 20 million. And the advantage of it, which a lot of people need to key into, is that if that house value increase from 20 million to 40 million, you are still the owner of that 40 million. Many people have lived before in Palm Grove. They pay rent for 10 years and they can't pay the rent again. They have to move to Agege or move to Ota. That means they are reducing in value, they themselves. But what this one is giving you is you will remain in that place in Palm Grove and you are enjoying the value as you are paying. So nothing is wasted. So what we are saying is that you will be paying also out of your salary. A portion that is meant for housing is being released every month. So once you are working, once you are collecting salary, once you have a portion for housing, that means you are a property owner. The tenant want to erase it. So that is what Alexandra Court is for. Alexandra Court Bejuleki is to make you a house owner and not a tenant. No matter how small you are paying per month. So you can start paying today. What you need to do is pay the 10%. Design how you want to pay. What we are looking at, we are negotiating to be able to extend it to 10 years. But what we are giving people is now a 3 years. Just be paying in bit, and the house belongs to you. And if you have the opportunity and you are a contributor to NHF, then you don't have stress. Federal Mortgage Bank will pay for you. So what we are saying is that as a contributor, there is advantage. You are not a contributor, you have an advantage. But the key is that use your rent to be a house owner. That is it. Don't continue to be a tenant. Don't be looking for house rent every year. My house rent is due. Let it be a past tense. And this will encourage government to be able to do what they need to do so that houses will be available to everybody. Because in London today, in UK, what makes life easier for them is that they don't put you under pressure. You pay per month. Every month pay, and you are living freely. You don't need to be giving 6 month notice. Let that one be those old era. Now I'm living in my house. You can tell anybody this is my house. And that is why the payment plan has been made in that way. So you are the one determining your payment plan, not us.
Dr. Raymond Sheyi Akintayo, a quintessential gentleman, certified energy engineer, philanthropist, vision-driven entrepreneurial expert, and renowned industry captain, is the founder, group managing director, and chief executive officer of the Kabuta Group Limited.
Kabuta Group Limited is a product of vision, and it's a product of dedication of some group of men, credible men, men of integrity, and men of purpose. So the first entity that came up is Kabuta Energy Services. So we started from the energy angle, and when we had our breakthrough, we had our success in that, we felt like in this environment, you have to be multifaceted. You have to divert, you have to do. These are men which are renowned in their own industry. A renowned logistics person that has had over 15-20 years experience in logistics business should not just tell us that he cannot do a logistics business on Flowtech. A renowned property manager, a renowned investment manager. No. So me, I'm an energy expert. I have a background in energy, so energy, power infrastructure and all that. So we feel like we have to set up all this for them to oversee and for us to have multiple streams of income, because that is a major strategy in sustaining. So first, we find success in energy, we find success in power. We need to move to other areas to be able to get ourselves balanced. So if there's any issue on one side, we can't use the other to cover up and we stay afloat. So Kabuta Energy Services started. We came up with Kabuta Group and we registered under it. And the aspect of the group, the idea of the group came because we also want to be conservative in terms of management, in terms of accounting, in terms of administration. We don't want all these entities to have their own separate, because it will become a kind of multiplicity of activities. So the only accounting department, group accounts, group administration, is the central. So we only have the operations for all these areas to do. So in that way, we are able to effectively manage resources to achieve greater purpose. So it's an holding company, and there are some other special businesses that may come up, transactions which we feel like, okay, fine, the Kabuta group itself should handle, because it's also a limited liability company. So that's how you know. The vision and mission of Capital Group encapsulates all the subsidiaries. Like I said earlier, we want to be a reference point in any area we find ourselves. So Capital Group and the subsidiary, the entire vision is we want to be a world-class energy company, a world-class holding company, a world-class logistics company, just a world-class and a reference point in that sector. So that's the vision. In any sector we find ourselves, we want to be a reference point. Even in holding of subsidiaries, Capital Group has to be a reference point. So that's the vision. Then our mission, we need to achieve these objectives by ensuring that we are sincere to our clients, to our customers, and also anything we do, we put our environment into consideration. Environment in terms of what are we doing back to the environment? Do you have a CSR we are doing? Are you helping? Do you have a welfare pulse? No, it's not all about you alone. Because if God has helped you to move far, you need to understand that you need to give out to people that are less. So that is also part of our vision and our mission to attain our vision. Yes, to the best of our understanding, to the best of my understanding, and because I see it all as the group managing director, we are achieving. It may not be to our own expectation, may not be to the level we want, but we are achieving them and we are moving.
Our revenue metrics. We do what we can to stay afloat.
Era of competition.
Most Nigerians.
And this is where we bring down the curtains on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We hope it was worth your while. But just in case you missed out on any aspect of it, then you can come with us to any of our feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. Our deep gratitude to you, our sponsors, for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Oh yes, I remain Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Please, let's do this again, same time, same channel next week. We'll see you then.